Good afternoon. This is Damien with HK Readings, Healing Culture Tarot. And I'm here to do the reading for Sagittarius, February love. I apologize, Sagittarius. I haven't had a video that's come back around to y'all in some time now, since November. The end of November, I believe, of 2018. So, as far as seeing where you are energetically, I have a feeling we'll be catching up on quite a bit of energy, you know? So if you have Sagittarius within your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter, you may get some messages out of this that are for you, and please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Do not attempt to make anything fit that doesn't fit or doesn't, even resonate, because there are things that we don't have the knowledge of that we can get filled in on, the tea, but it usually resonates, okay? I want to apologize in advance because some of my videos, I have been having issues with sound. I am still recording my videos here for the channel on my phone, and here and there are things that come with that, but I hope the audio is translating well for those who are listening on or off headphones. I say that because me personally, when I view videos from my readers and, just doing whatever I'm doing online or on, these apps, YouTube and whatnot, with my spirituality, I do use my headphones very, very frequently, very, very frequently. So I know we're out there. All right, Saggies. And any cross watchers, you are welcome. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So I want to pull, since this is love reading, the energy that is surrounding you, and pull cards to see the energy of anyone who is potentially surrounding you, as far as like someone you may be involved with already, or someone who may be coming towards you that you're just attracting. We're going to use my Gypsy Oracle deck here to pull out the main messages. We're going to get some deeper stories with the Tarot of the Orisha, and we're going to get some guidance messages from the Goddess Guidance Oracle Tarot. Okay. Sometimes cards, I could see that coming. Sometimes cards act like they want to flip, and you'll just try to keep shuffling, and then you'll just hit a jam, and then, it'll just kind of keel over. So that's what was going to come out there. Just to go ahead and show you guys. We've got Prison in reverse, which is good. Clarified by the young woman below. Good. And one more. Definitely pulling for my Saggies first. I feel y'all's energy all over this. So, looks like 2 cards. Ooh. Oh, the tea. Oh, it's my first deck. I love this deck. It gives me so much tea. We've got Sweetheart reversed, and we got the Faux card, and we're just gonna lay those down there. And I don't know why I'm so surprised. I'm just a Taurus, you know, with a Libra rising who just seems to be surprised by everything. But I shouldn't be, because when I get into this, you know, it's just something that's very Sag. Okay. If I flip a card, it's going to come out how it's going to come out with the way the cards are facing. Oh, okay. Didn't realize this fell out. I was just shuffling my little heart away for y'all. Lord in the upright position. Malady reverse. And also in reverse, we have cheerfulness in merchant. So it looks like everybody's fair here with the number of cards on the table. Wasn't the the way I intended it, but that's the way it happened. So when I see prison reverse here for you Sagittarius, coming down to the young woman and the sweetheart and the foe card, just to bring this all in together, you have totally removed yourself from a situation that was very burdensome and heavy on you, very toxic and taxing on your energy. And you're choosing to step into something new and something fresh and something vibrant. And this is something that's already like a part of your energy, your nature, and your personality. Just who you are. Is someone who can go through an experience, take the best from it, and move on and leave everything behind on some fuck it type shit. That's what I'm feeling right now. Now, this is someone who I'm getting that you may have been guilted frequently, gaslighted constantly, unappreciated. And then in that same note, I'm noting that just outside of that, but not even, because just everything that this person was, you knew that you were like pitying them. I think this is a case of where you may have been with someone that you really felt for, okay? And it just allowed you to put up with shit you didn't deserve. And you've broken free from someone who felt as though they had to break you down to build themselves up. Because that never works. So it results in you constantly feeling broken down. I'm also getting the prison reverse card that you're not here to play the victim anymore. But that was the mentality that you had for a while. But when the young woman is stepping out, like, she doesn't have time for that, okay? I mean, there's a level of just being utterly naive that comes with her. But in that same note, there's like blissful ignorance too. Just like completely having no time for that. And this is her walking away from said situation. Her being just, within feminine, masculine energy here, not being gender specific. So with the sweetheart card reversed in the foe, like this foe energy is gonna end up tying into this young woman energy here as it pertains to the sweetheart, because you've ended that cycle. You've fallen out of love. There's no more charm or enchantment that this person has over you. You feel like, some of you may have felt like there was some magic that may have been placed upon you, or some of you know that there was. Just some type of spell, okay? Whether, there was intent, like when I say intent, there are people who are unaware of the spells that they do every day because they don't really believe in the powers of words and the powers of thought, just on that level, okay? So that's what I mean when I say like some people are just like unaware. You know what though? But actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip ahead and get to this Lord card here and then go back. This person was hella aware, okay, with that Lord card. Now to come back, they were so aware. Sorry for that. But yeah, to come back, what I'm seeing here with this foe card here is this is you also stepping out into a new beginning. Now you're taking on territories here that may be unfamiliar or that you haven't traveled in a while. And that's emotionally and, physical within your action. Many of you may not have been alone for a long time, but like either way it goes, and it's funny because symbolic of the same energy. She's going this way, she's going this way. Either way it goes, it's still taking you on this adventure of new life, new experiences, new beginnings, new relationships, because this is giving me an indication that you are so looking forward to a new relationship, and like there's someone who doesn't know how to act because you're persevering so well, and there seems to be not much regard for them or their feelings or your feelings for this person that look to me to not exist much anymore. Anyways, my point. Now when this person has the Lord card to come up, it's showing that, again, once they were a person that had control over your life, so you felt, or so, there was a certain amount that you indeed relinquished to them, which is, what we spoke on in the beginning here. Whereas you would be coming out to be, this sad horse here, represented in the Lord card, this gentleman here who has the nerve to have a smirk on his face, standing all tall and mighty, considering, right? Considering. But this person doesn't have control anymore. They see that they lost control, okay? And this is where we have malady reversed. Whereas this is a situation that you have flipped, like where you have come from, where you were once in the upright position of just inner turmoil. This person may for a while have still had this illusion, because this is what the track record was. That they could keep you around, that they could manipulate you, that they could play games. And if they cheated on you, I don't even think you cared about that. Like, I'm not saying that, that would be all of you. But I think that for many of you that I'm reading for, you felt like there were bigger things to deal with in the relationship than that would ultimately fix that, okay? For example, because y'all really just think about the big picture and you have a deep understanding / like deep desire to further understand, dynamics like this. So, well, that's deep. That's deep. Okay, Sag. Well, yeah, Spirit just took me on that one. All right. Right now, I'm just thinking about how sick this person is when now we get to the next line of the young woman to the malady. Now, you can take this energy as someone who is walking away from that situation that has taught them a lot, and in turn has blessed them very highly. You know, it's almost like they can really come back and show respects to it. And this is a person who sees that and is ultimately ill. This is also another card of self-infliction, as, you know, this is, or this even reverse would be in another situation if it wasn't surrounding what it is. But for this person, it's them not being able to see you take these steps, these continuous steps towards betterment, where they may have a lot of stagnancy, a lot of stagnation. Apologies. It's really weird because it's almost as if you're still around this person from time to time. Like, for some reason, y'all still have to communicate or be in each other's lives. And that's all going to be put to rest very soon. And I think, okay, and that's what has someone also having the physical manifestations brought about of just feeling ill, you know? This is deep, deep, deep. So it is at the point where, like, goodbye is understood. I don't see any turning back for you. Like, it is a solid goodbye with this widow reversed here. I don't see any of you having, you know, many of you having children with this person or anything that would even have to keep you around. For those of you that do, because, you know, like I said, some of you haven't been single for a while. And if you do have kids with this person, they may be at the age where they're just, like, on and off already. Like, just on their shit and off, living on their own, okay? So there's a gap. These are going to be for my slightly elders who are dealing with someone. Or these, you know, someone who might be around my peer energy and has no more ties. Or anywhere in the middle with no ties. Which is interesting. I know Sagittarius are free spirits. Since I'm sensing they've been with someone for a while, I'm wondering if, like, why don't I see anything about kids in this spread? Like, intuition is kind of telling me that this person may have wanted them with you. I'm feeling, actually, through some means of entrapment, or, you know, like, as a means of entrapment, someone may have tried to put that on you. So right now, this message could definitely be for, you know, a man who's dealing with, a woman, you know. Well, it could go either way, and I guess I'm seeing both, because I'm seeing it to where it could be like, I had such strong connection with this person. There's a man who may have, tried to plant one in there. Plant that seed and, like, really keep a woman around. But then I see the vice versa too, and I think that's, you know, that was the strongest that I saw. So for more of you that I'm reading for than not, it could be the woman, you know, that tried to get pregnant by a man and it just didn't work. And like the one who was trying to get entrapped was the Sag, and it just didn't work. And I think that was a level of deceit that, and I don't know how few, this may be for, but it didn't work. And that's one of the things that sent y'all over the motherfucking edge. Just like over it. Over it. Because I think like you were starting to see like how crazy this person, oh shit, son, yes, you were starting to realize how crazy this person was. Like they're kind of nuts. And I feel like that's maybe something that you have been generally attracted to, but in new courses of destiny and changes in faith that you've experienced, do you understand that you were that way? Like you understand that about yourself, but you also understand where you are in terms of moving on. So, it's just one of the many things you're just able to, fucking let it rest. Like, I feel like the energy that I'm seeing here is when you understand something, it's just solid. You got it. And you move forward with whatever you need to move forward with and leave behind with what you need to leave behind. They've got cheerfulness reverse and merchant reverse. So, honestly, from what I'm seeing here, this whammy bammy there, like I said, there's some of you who probably didn't care if this person was cheating, but I'm actually coming around to believe that it, again, I didn't, not to say that it wasn't a problem, but I felt like, you understood that there were sources and roots. But when I see this, it kind of has me feel that like you were disheartened by like them putting you through a multiple party situation. It's gonna be a long read for y'all. I knew I felt a lot of energy for y'all. Yeah. This person is regretting that they put you through this, and they don't want to set their sights on any other person than you, is what I'm getting. So they feel stuck, like they can't move on. They don't see their ships coming in. And this is also telling me that they understand the poor investments that they've made. Okay? Because there's no return. And what they want now is return. This is what they want, okay, for some reason. They want return, but what the universe is saying, mutual energy, and what you're putting out there, because you're vibing with it, even though they're not and they're sick over it, is that there will be no return. Okay? One second. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot of the Orisha cards and see what we've got. Give me the messages for my Sagittariuses. Tarot of the Orisha for February. Messages for my Sagittariuses from the Tarot of the Orisha. What messages do we have from the Sages? February, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Jupiter. Wow. Okay. Those all came out reversed. We'll get into those in just a moment. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with them here. We've got the Ten of Earth reversed. We've got the Seven of Air. And we've got the Eight of Air. So what I'm seeing off the bat is there's definitely no communication, okay? As far as what they're experiencing, they understand that there is no communication, and they don't really know what to do as far as like trying to make a move against, this fortress here, this field, or really, for something that is just not even there, whichever way you would want to go with that. Because they're like with the Ten of Earth here in reverse, what I can already tell you is with the Lord card and the Ten of Earth reverse is that there was no balance in this relationship, and there was no give and take, okay? This was somebody who was definitely greedy. This was somebody who was definitely, again, as we've talked about, a manipulator, someone who took advantage, and someone who was not fair. Someone who definitely created situations of sadness. They did not bring peace. They did not bring harmony. They took. Took. And they may have even hurt. Because I got a notion that, abuse may have been involved, okay? That could be verbal, and that could be physical, and that is what I'm getting here. And also with the Ten of Earth, as it is alone, to clarify them, it is also talking about a situation that even if they wanted to come correct, like, now it is you who has, like, for the better though, just like turned around and said, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not going to nurture this unhealthy situation. And this is symbolic of you, like them realizing where you are, not wanting to cultivate and have a plentiful, bountiful new beginning as almost as if they could have the nerve to see it that way, right? But that's what it is. After everything that was done. So then we have the Seven of Air. The Seven of Air, this is talking about, not feeling like you have enough resources to carry out your plans or agendas. So even more so, like what we just talked about, like these cards, the reading is lining up beautifully, and that's wonderful. This card also talks about abandonment, the Seven of Air, okay? Abandonment, being out and left out in the hot sun in barren lands. There's no water, there's no food. Like someone feels like they've been left without air almost. You're realizing, what you were for them. And literally in sequence, we go from the Seven of Air to the Eight of Air, where this is someone who feels trapped. This is someone who feels, again, like they don't know what to do. They've lost the sense of direction and love, and just because you were just such an important part of their life, but now they're seeing like you were really showing them, Literally, because coming into your energy, the first card is karma reversed. And this is literally indicative of karma being served. You have ended this cycle here. You've completed this cycle and you found balance, okay? Justice has been served with this karma card, even in the reverse position, because it's indicative of the energy that you overthrew, okay? As was the prison card reverse, like the energy that you overthrew that did not serve you. So you have these cards coming out in the same position to literally, you know, speak so similarly, different ways in their own regards, you know. Like if this was elsewhere, we would read this way differently, karma reverse. Whereas we read it this way because it's here and what it's saying about the story. And the same thing with the prison card. Like I think that's really deep that they pair so energetically. And this is the level of sureness, okay? And this is the level of universal guidance and protection that you have. Like I said, this is the universe and this is also you, okay? Universe, you working together to create these realities. And in this 3 of fire again, where we talk about not building anymore and also having the lack of passion, whereas there was even for a time being like some hidden passions you may have had for this person that you were just letting subside because you know they weren't feelings that you should have, you know, really had or maintained, provided all that happened. But there could have been, yeah, moments where you still wanted to be very intimate with this person, moments where you still wanted to be very affectionate with this person, and you knew you could have too. And all of this is hidden, but you knew what would have come with bringing it to the surface beyond this 3 of fire reversed here. It would have put you back, you know, it would have taken you far away from this beauty that we're reading right here, that I'm seeing right here, with you really coming into your own. So, you know, bravo, Sagittarius. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Right. So there we go. So we also got the 3 of fire with the young woman. So let's talk about how wonderful this pair is. Again, not nurturing those ideas, those ways of thinking anymore, and stepping into new energy. You're stepping into this naive, fresh start energy. You've got the geyser behind her there, symbolizing her fertility and the ability to create and produce new life and rhythm and form. And yes, because you're stepping away from this 3 of fire reversed energy. Water element reverse paired with the sweetheart card. Falling out of love, losing those emotions, okay? Losing the emotions, losing the passion. So, and that's what we also see here. Like you're no longer nurturing that. You said no. One more tarot with your Arisha card for the bridging energy. Yep, passion is absolutely gone. So just like I said that the emotions and the passion was gone right here with water element reversed and the 3 of fire in reverse, then we have, you know, that same exact notion with a much better picture here with the water element in reverse and the fire element in reverse. You don't see a creative new beginning with this person at all. And yeah, you've laid it to rest. There's some cards that are when they come out, you're just like, wow, because some of them that come out and they're very powerful. Like in the Goddess Guidance deck I'm shuffling here, the High Priestess, Dana, who's on the cover, you know, when you get that card, it's really something. For me, in the Tarot of the Orisha deck, when I get the Karma card in any capacity, it always reads to be, you know, just extremely powerful as well. The Death card in my Gypsy Oracle deck. Must plug up the device here. Give me a moment. Yes. Are we charting? We should be. Okay. Back to the Goddess Guidance here. Oh, okay. Wow. So this is something I've been getting for a lot of people. Ein, leap of faith. Here we are. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Diana, focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. And the card that I have been getting for the past few readings here is Ma Wu, Mother Earth. You were called upon to help with environmentalism. So, what I get with these three cards is definitely this leap of faith energy is, you know, energy you've already stepped into. Okay, that's what all of this is about. And that's what, you know, is indicated in the energy of these two cards. You know, that's the energy of, you know, this card as it was reversed. I mean, we could really go through the board on the leap of faith because, you know, surrendering energies left and right, karma taking over, you know, just everything is just surrendering energies, like literally, surrendering energies. So you definitely have stepped into the leap of faith energy, but there just may be a little bit left within you that you need to do, okay? Stay focused. I think you need to stay aware. I think many of you may have actually, what I'm noting is even cut down on substances. Maybe many of you aren't intaking as many substances, impairing substances as you were before, or even tobacco. I feel like there's a purification that's going on within you. And I feel like there's a purification that many of you also want to extend out into the world. So many of you are going to be traveling. Many of you need to get back to traveling. And that may have been something that was seemingly put on pause. Because I feel like, you know, you're never, you know, Sag energy is never not going to move that way. But even when it's stifled, just on whatever level of stifling, honestly, it just doesn't sit well. Is what I'm gathering. So many of you are going to re-emerge into traveling and finding yourself, and that's what you're going to focus on. And being open to new love, being open to new ways of thinking, being open to just different things. Like, you understand that, like, the world is your oyster right now, okay? And that's kind of where we are. The world is your oyster. Actually, look, the imagery in this card. Yes, the world is your oyster. What will you do? What will you do? Well, what you should do is be patient, because answers are coming to you. Your intuition, where it was once blocked, is being reignited. With the Ace of Water. The Ace of Water in reverse. Pisces energy. The Devil card. Letting go of toxic relationships. Which was what this reading has been about. Interesting to see the Devil and Karma together. The Three of Earth. Yeah, so you definitely, again, as we were talking about, looking forward to new commitments. You are going to work together with people to establish great bonds that you are not limiting to just friends. But if love comes from it, yeah, like, you are just ready to live again. I sense some freedom, and I sense happiness, and it's going to allow you to give and take and share. And it's really, really beautiful. I actually see a family, okay? This is the Three of Earth, Taurus, Virgo. They're on systems, cycles. Oh shit. Because of what you've released here, this Ace of Swords in reversed, and this Devil card here. I think the next person you may attract may be the love of your life, and y'all may actually start a family. Wow, that's heavy, because I knew something to do with kids had to be a part of this reading. And look at how karma fucking works out, because for some of you, where someone may have been like attempted to be trapped by that, bamboozled, and just had something pulled completely over on them like that. You have gotten out that toxic situation and that energy and that connection, and you have moved on to find something so beautiful and so pure and so rare and so strong and so timeless. That you wanted to create this with that person, this energy of the Three of Earth in the upright position. Okay? And when the other person comes around to seeing and to knowing, because this is you who switched this around. This is on your side. You are serving karma. So, and I mean, this is within your own happiness too, but of course, you know how everything has multiple meanings. So this person's going to come around to see that, and it's not even, you didn't think like, oh, I'm just gonna, I think, oh, I'm gonna start a family, or I'm gonna start a family. It wasn't even like to be in spite of any past energy. It happened. You went through this to be brought to something else. And the irony and blessings is whereas you may have even felt like you didn't want that for a point in time because of the way someone may have tried to get over on you. You fell in love, and you fell into a situation, you've come into a situation. You will, by the end of February, coming into March, for some of you, time is fluid, but this is what I'm reading for here. Y'all are going to start a family, okay? And this person is going to come to know it, and they're going to be like, how could they go off and do that with someone else? when, you know, they couldn't do that with me. So they're not gonna understand and see, because we, you know, I feel like it's safe to say we've all been there where we've questioned, how could someone, you know, leave us and then go give to someone else what they didn't give to us? Like, we've all been there at least once, right? But in this situation, this person, like, again, this is dealing with karma, okay? And this person wasn't good to themselves. They weren't good by you. They weren't good in these situations. And there are reasons why. Like, you're the big thinker and you talk about getting down into it. It's about the reasons why, again, that couldn't happen. So while they're bogging their brain, not being able to understand it, are they looking at the things that come with justice and karma being served? Are they really looking at what they brought to a situation to leave them wondering why, and to have you on creating this magic, starting your tribe, you know, and you couldn't do it with them? Well, there we go. That's what I have for y'all. Sagittarius, I love you, and out.